Today, we gather to honor and celebrate two people who live the values of the League of Women Voters holds dear in both their lives and their livelihood. Mimi Gingold and Alphonse Gerhardstein are receiving the League of Women Voters of the Cincinnati area's inaugural Making Democracy Work Award. Because of their accomplishments in empowering citizens to shape better communities. Mimi tells us that education is her passion. From teaching English to refugees from over 11 countries, to serving in 2 low-income suburban schools, Mimi shows us that knowledge is strength. She recognized early that diversity is another powerful strength, and her home has hosted refugees, exchange teachers, and citizen diplomats. A world traveler from age 16, Mimi has valued her person-to-person exchanges with people of all cultures, nationalities, and religions. Al's legal practice has been focused on helping those on the margins of power realize the full protection and benefit of the laws that govern us. By advocating for the forgotten and the ignored, he helps every citizen and strengthens the entire judicial system. From going up against private prisons with no regulation or oversight, to arguing in front of the United States Supreme Court for equal rights for all citizens, Al shows us that the law works only when it is applied to everyone. Together, Mimi and Al truly demonstrate citizenship in community, citizenship in the nation, and citizenship in the world. They are shining examples of how, if we put our beliefs and our values into action, we can change lives for the better. I can think of no one more deserving of the League of Women Voters of the Cincinnati area's inaugural Making Democracy Work Award. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Mimi Gingold and Alphonse Gerhardstein.
Thank you, everyone. It's so nice to look around this room and see friends from many places and many stages of our lives. So thank you for being here. And thank you to the League of Women Voters for this honor, which of course we feel underdeserving of. There are so many people in this city who make it the wonderful place it is and constantly work for democracy. I just want to call out to our children who are here today. One of our children isn't here. He lives in Berkeley holds our 2 grandchildren hostage there. And he and his wife are with us in spirit. Our son, Adam. So Adam is a lawyer, and he practices with his father, which is wonderful. And his lovely wife, Meredith, who, in case you didn't notice, is cooking our 3rd grandchild, and we are very, very happy about that. And our daughter, Jessica, in back, with her friend, Joe. Hey, Jessica. So Jessica came down from the University of Michigan, where she is in her final semester of, guess what, law school. And her passion is juvenile law, and we're very happy to have her here today. So, I'd also like to thank this man here, come here, who's made it a pleasure to travel around his son for many, many years together. But we're here mostly to honor and to support the League of Women Voters, whose role perhaps is extremely important at this time in the political discourse of America. Always intelligent, logical, rational, and non-sided. They present us the information we need to make valuable and important decisions. And they do it without rancor and in a very uplifting way. So I think we should all praise that work and hope that it continues in the form that it is.
It's great to be here up front with my Valentine of 43 years, but we do know that we're here for the League. And as Mimi said, the League is a fabulous organization. As far as I can tell, the silent auction isn't done, so you're not rude if you get up and keep trying to spend money. So please raise as much as you can for the League. And one of the reasons I say that is the voter guide, which has been so important as the only place where you can learn anything about judicial candidates. And why do I care about judicial candidates? Because that's where I hang out. I sue people. Why do I do that? I do that because the cornerstone of our version of democracy are the fundamental rights laid out in the Constitution, which are easily trampled on by the majority, and where you have to go to court to protect those rights. So think about this. Let's go back to 1993, when Cincinnati passed Article 12 to the Charter, saying that no gay person could have any protection from any discrimination in Cincinnati. I rush to court. I win an injunction. It's held unconstitutional. We go to the Sixth Circuit. We have that injunction reversed. I lose. I go to the U.S. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court says, this looks funny. You shouldn't really do it this way. This might violate the Constitution. Sends it back to the Sixth Circuit. Lots of judges involved there. And those judges affirm their reversal. We lose. Cincinnati then becomes an island of intolerance for many, many years, from about 97 until 2004. And then what happens in 2004? This city organized, with many of you helping, and repealed Article 12. So you use the other version of democracy, popular vote, to do that. What else happened in 2004? During that same election, the marriage ban was passed prohibiting same-sex marriage in Ohio, amending the Ohio Constitution. So we eventually go to court to challenge that. So we're always in tension between the majority, which might get it wrong, needing to be saved by judges in order to protect minority rights. And this is so basic. I mean, this was discussed in the Federalist Papers as something we really needed to pay attention to. And it's really, really important. And the League is tremendously supportive of that kind of effort. Just this week, I'm a lawyer, by the way, who does not want his legacy to be his box score, because I lose a lot of cases. And that's because we try to do tough stuff. And just this week, we lost a case before 3 judges of the Sixth Circuit. And in that case, we were challenging the way Ohio elects judges. What was wrong with it? Well, Ohio says judges can be on a partisan ballot for the primary. And you'll see that on March 15th. You'll see all the judicial campaigns under Democrat, under Republican, under Independent. And then for the general election, it's got to be nonpartisan. So for those of us who really don't know anything about judges and might think that a party affiliation was important when we picked them in the primary, we're rudderless when we go to the ballot of the general election, and we don't see the affiliations anymore. So we sued under the First Amendment, saying that that's a denial of First Amendment rights, and have lost all the way up. So, and we just got that decision on Thursday. Ohio's only one of 3 states that picks judges that way. We have a 30% drop-off when judges are elected. And one of the reasons is we get so little information about them. But the league does as much as anyone or more to help us learn more about judges and to help us select the best judges possible in this very important work. So in honor of this event, Mimi and I watched the Suffragette movie last night, and one of the lines that stuck with me from that was that the law will be respected when the law is respectable. And the league has done much more than any of us to keep and make the law respectable, and for that, I give them great honor and thank you for recognizing us.
Mimi and I will thank you. Please continue to enjoy yourselves, and we'll be back near the end of our event. Just a reminder, the silent auction ends at 3:45.